Hello, everybody. So we're doing Flip Classroom a little differently. We're doing it with me at the board instead of on a little mini whiteboard for you guys. So what we're dealing with today is the converse of the Pythagorean theorem, and that pretty much states if the equation a squared plus b squared equals c squared is satisfied. If that's true, then we have a right triangle. See, what we've been doing is we've been looking at right triangles and using the Pythagorean theorem to find a missing leg or a hypotenuse. Now we know all the side lengths, and we're trying to determine whether the triangle is a right triangle. Okay, so actually I didn't even say, this is example 1 for 7.5, sorry about that. And my cool little headset, you guys actually get to see it on. So this is the setup now. We're going to try it for this section. Alright, so for A here, we know a squared plus b squared equals c squared in right triangles. What we need to do to tell if this is a right triangle is put these numbers in the proper spots. Okay, so we know that 41 centimeters here, we know that that's the hypotenuse because it's the longest side. We're given all the side lengths and we can see that that is the longest side, just barely, but it is. So we know that that is C. And then these two can be A and B. It doesn't matter which order you write them in. So you can make either one A or either the other one B. It doesn't matter. So we do 9 squared plus 40 squared equals... Alright, we need this to be true for it to be a right triangle. Let's check it. So 9 squared is 81. 40 squared is 1600. And then not so good at the 41 squared. Let's just check it quick. 41 squared is 1681. Look at that. So 1600 plus 81 is 1681. And does that actually equal 1681? You got to make sure both sides are equal. And if both sides equal each other, if they actually equal each other, then that means that the triangle we have there is a right triangle. Okay, so they equal each other. That means that example A here is a right triangle. Alright, I'll let you look at that for a second. Just gather it all in, absorb it, because we're about to move on to example B. B, we'll look at, it doesn't look like a right triangle, but we need to check and see, because drawings aren't always accurate. Alright, B, let me draw it in here. Let me erase this stuff. Just give me a moment, guys. It's almost like we're actually in the classroom. Isn't that cool? Okay. So, our triangle, I'm going to draw it in red. Switch it up a little bit. So, here's our triangle. It's something like this. And the side lengths are 18 feet. Oh, that's not good. That's not acceptable. 18 feet. 12 feet. And 24 feet. We follow the same process for this problem. We use the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Since we've been given the lengths, we use that and we set the numbers up in the proper spots in the Pythagorean theorem. And then if both sides equal each other, that means it's a right triangle. If the sides do not equal each other, it is not a right triangle. So, alright, which one's the hypotenuse? That's the first thing we need to figure out. And the hypotenuse is the longest side, so this is our hypotenuse. And so we'll label that, that'll be C in the a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And then A and B, like we said a little bit ago, doesn't matter where we put them, because addition doesn't matter what order you add them in. You're going to get the same result. So we'll put the 18 for A and the 12 for B, 12 squared. And then for C squared, we have 24 squared. Now we need these two squared to add up to this squared for it to be a right triangle. So 18 squared. That's a good one. I'm not sure. I think it might be 500. No, 500 some maybe. No, what am I thinking? 324. And then this is 144. I don't know why I thought it was 500. 20 times 20 is 400, and it's going to be less than that. It's a little bit goofy today. So we got 324 plus 144 equals, let's see what 24 squared is. I forget. 24 squared is 576. Now, let's see, are they equal? I'm guessing most of you can see right now that they're not equal, but let's add them up. So we got 368, yep, equals 576. That is not true. That can't be true. It will never be true. So they can't equal each other, which means it is not a right triangle. So this is the process. Oops, that's B, not A. That is B. This is the process we follow to figure out whether a triangle is a right triangle. It's the converse of the Pythagorean theorem. Alright, so if you feel comfortable with problems like this, move on to the on your owns. Otherwise, I mean, try watching the video again, and then also read the key idea. Actually, read it. I promise it'll help you out. You'll be able to visualize it better, probably. All right, so move on, and you know what? Have a nice night. Thank you.